Welcome to the League of Nerds comic book segment number 26. I'm John Cooney, here to talk to you about comics released the 1st of August 2012, starting with DC's Action Comics number 12. What's the horrific secret behind the forgotten Superman, and what happens when Superman's too late to save Lois Lane? And what's the staggering new threat that the Man of Steel is about to face? We've also got Batwing number 12 by Judd Winnick. The secrets behind the Mad Dictator Lord Battle are revealed, and Nightwing is in action in Africa, plus the Justice League International versus Bloodstorm. We've got Before Watchmen Night Owl number 2. This is the story of Daniel Dreiberg's early career as a young boy who idolizes and is able to discover the identity of his hero, who then takes him under his wing, grooming him to be his own replacement. Now we see that story proceed on as Night Owl takes on the mantle and a new partner in Rorschach. We've got Detective Comics number 12, What's the Final Fate of Charlotte Rivers and Hugh Martyr, guest starring Robin, and the Two-Face backup story continues. We've got Earth 2 number 4, Green Lantern, The Flash, and Hawkgirl are in action with the debut of an all-new Atom Smasher. A monstrous evil claws its way out of the poisoned soil of Earth 2. We've got Green Arrow number 12. Green Arrow hits the streets in China. It's arrows against martial arts in this action-packed issue. We've got the final issue of Justice League International number 12 with the funeral for Rocket Red. Several members resigned from the team. Who's going to be left? And we've got World's Finest number 4. Haku, the Irradiated Man, the mysterious bad guy who might have a connection to Earth 2, has grown to monstrous proportions, and it's up to Power Girl and Huntress to stop him from destroying Tokyo. For Marvel this week, we've got Avengers Academy number 34 with Avengers vs. X-Men Fallout. Avengers Academy is closed indefinitely. Alchemist, also known as industrialist Jeremy Briggs, offers the students a chance to be normal again. But is there a catch? Who will accept his deal? Years of plot threads explode as our favorite Avengers Academy characters face their ultimate challenge in part 1 of Final Exam. We've got Avengers vs. X-Men number 9. Their numbers dwindling, the Avengers stage a daring raid on the X-Men's prison to rescue the captive members, and you won't believe where it's at. Alliances begin to change as the nature of the Phoenix becomes apparent, and in the end it all comes down to Spider-Man. Speaking of Spider-Man, we have Avenging Spider-Man number 10, a 50-foot-tall red-headed madwoman versus an army of privatized mecha police, with Spider-Man caught in the middle along with Carol Danvers, the new Captain Marvel. We've got Daredevil number 16, Nelson Murdoch no more. Foggy discovers a secret that Matt's been keeping, and he doesn't take it well. And we get a last-page shock that'll have Daredevil fans buzzing as we reach a turning point in the lives of Marvel's most famous legal team. We've got Defenders number 9, The Concordance Engine Unleashed, as the Defenders are lost in infinite space-time without a map. What alternate universe will they find first, and who will be waiting for them? We've got First X-Men number 1, which features X-Men legend Neil Adams returning to Marvel's Mutants, the secret history of the X-Men before Xavier's team, starring Wolverine and Sabretooth. We've got Hawkeye number 1, which is a new ongoing story of the Avenger Clint Barton on the streets of New York doing what he can to help people, and just wait till you see who his new partner is. We've got Invincible Iron Man number 522. The future for Tony Stark is here now, and you think your boss is bad? Try working for the Mandarin. And we get the new Iron Man versus Rescue. We've got Peter Parker Spider-Man number 156.1. This is the first of a special series of .1 anniversary issues, with writer Roger Stern telling an untold story from Spider-Man's recent history in which he returns to the site where he confronted Uncle Ben's killer. We've got Ultimate Comics Spider-Man number 13 as Spider-Man enters the Divided We Fall storyline. I talked about this storyline last week. I'm excited to see them doing a crossover series in the Ultimate Universe that ties the titles together, and this issue guest stars Captain America. We've got X Factor 241, again by Peter David, one of the first books I read every time it's published. This is the first of a 5-issue story arc that'll change the face of X Factor forever. Part 1, a rejected strong guy does the unthinkable, and Part 2, two characters you never thought would come face to face are finally reunited. We've got X-Men number 33 by Brian Wood. The history of the Proto-Mutants is revealed. Mr. Gray makes his move against the X-Men, and it's not what any of them are expecting. Colossus makes a decision that could endanger the entire team, and Storm's field agents are kidnapped, and a weapon of the X-Men's making goes missing. From Image Comics, we've got Mind the Gap number 3. I like this book. It's an interesting mystery in the making. Lines are forming and fingers are being pointed as the clues to the identity of L's attacker is found, and friends and families are strained as a mysterious figure lurks in the shadows, ready to make a game-changing move. Meanwhile, Elle's struggle to regain her memory finds her starting from the very first memory she has, and it's a shocker. Also from Image, we've got Thief of Thieves number 7 by Robert Kirkman. It's the conclusion of the first story arc. Unfortunately for Redmond, despite all his efforts to the contrary, nothing is going as planned. Well, that's it for me this week. I don't have time to go into trades. There's plenty of books that I didn't get a chance to cover. These are the books that I'm interested in, but many other books available that you may be interested in. So be sure to check with your local comic book shop and see what books they recommend for you or what books you're interested in. And you can always check out what I'm reading on my comic book blog, he'sgotissues.com, and let me know what you're reading if there's something that you think that I'm overlooking. I appreciate it. Be sure to like that page while you're there. It's a Facebook blog, so I appreciate letting me know that you're there. Until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.